You want to get off with me?
Powered by Riverside.
Oh, what's going on? It's 1 o'clock, everybody. It is a Friday. We made it. I'm Tony Mack. That's Tricky Ricky. This is the Bullpen. We are going to share all this on Facebook and Twitter, on our personal anyway, and the Trash Pandas are going to let you guys know on social where to come and find this. We are going to be live on YouTube for a while. So come join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today, it's an hour earlier. I get it. It's typically 2 o'clock. We're doing it at 1 o'clock today. We've got a chili cook-off going down at 2 o'clock. I'm in the chili cook-off with like 6 other strong competitors.
How you feel?
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Feel pretty good?
I feel pretty good.
You got anything special in there?
Chili, beans.
Well, you're going to lose with that kind of mentality. This is a chili cook-off. Everyone
Well,
knows how to make chili.
I can't give away my secret.
It's about, so you got a little something up there.
Yeah, I have an ingredient that I don't think anybody else uses. Yeah.
Saffron. No?
Excuse me?
Okay. All right.
I didn't put jewels like.
Dude, not a
Saffron?
sapphire, you putz. All right? It's a Spanish herb. Okay?
No.
Read a book.
No.
Read a book.
It's not a spice.
My abuela would come into town all the time and go, where can I get some saffron? She always had a hard time finding it.
It's not a spice. It's a
herb. I think it's one of those herbs.
It's not a herb or a spice. It's a liquid that I put in there.
Oh, okay.
Well, something. Okay.
Pepsi?
Yes, we are a Pepsi ballpark. I snuck into the kitchen and was like,
it's a company man.
Do what?
You're a company man.
That's right. You'll never say that I'm not faithful. So no, but you'll see.
Well, congrats, man. Congrats.
Thanks.
Well, good luck to you today.
I was going to say, congratulate me. Yeah, we haven't done anything.
Well, I didn't even cook any chili, so.
You're just going to eat it.
Yeah, I mean, you made it. So congratulations on doing that. Taking the time to find your Pepsi, pour it into your chili, and make your special concoction. Way to go, man.
Yeah, so this morning we decided ultimately that we were going to take Oliver to daycare today. He'd been a little under the weather, and my wife had been home with him. I was supposed to stay at home and work from home today, and we got up. When I got home yesterday, he was like far and away, like almost back to normal. So we're like, all right, sweet. This is great. If it continues into today, then we'll go ahead and move forward with it. And we got up this morning. I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to take him to daycare. But we don't have a stove at the field that I can use. So I'm not going to be able to cook the meat. She was like, yeah, you might want to go cook that right now. So at 6 o'clock this morning, I was in my kitchen making chili.
I was hoping that story was getting with you going to the daycare at like 5 in the morning and grilling up a batch
They
of
don't
chili.
open until 7.
Like, hey, just let me get the keys. I'm not going to do nothing crazy. I got to brown some meat. I got a chili cook-off today.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. I got it. No? Okay.
No, we didn't go that way. But while he slept, though, I made chili this morning. Dude, I've come out of the office a couple times, come up here or whatever, going back in there. It smells so good in there.
It reeks of mixed mash of chili.
Cumin.
There's a lot of flavors in there. A lot of special recipes, some of which I think are they're going to be interesting. This is our third chili cook-off here with the team, and there's always one batch that it's pretty much the same amount of chili at the end as there was at the beginning. So you don't want to be that batch of chili that no one eats, or at least they try it once and they go, no.
If that's me, that's unfortunate, man. What a bummer. And my crock pot is so noticeable too. Like the crock pot I brought, everybody knows that that's mine. Like, because they saw me bring it in this morning. If you see me touch that crock pot, you're going to know which one mine is when you go in there to eat it, because it stands out from all the other crock pots. So
got a big Auburn University or something on the front.
You ever heard of Pioneer Woman?
Oh, is that the TV show? Or is that a lady?
Yeah,
Is that a
it's
brand?
lady.
What
It's
are
a
we talking
lady
about?
that is her brand.
She does a show,
is,
right? She's got a show. Is she a redheaded lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's the Pioneer Woman. My wife loves her stuff.
I got a buddy who I think's in love with the Pioneer Woman. He's always watching Pioneer Woman on TV, and he's not applying any of those skills. I think he's just in love with Pioneer Woman.
Love a Pioneer
And that's the only
Woman.
reason I know her.
Interesting.
Do you have a crush on her?
No. My wife loves her products, so we buy them. I didn't even know, like, for 4 years we bought Pioneer Woman stuff, but I didn't even know she was, like, on TV or had her own cookbook. I didn't know what she did.
She pioneers.
She does for women.
Right. Is she the one that doesn't wear shoes?
I have no idea. I don't know much about her other than all of the Pioneer Woman stuff usually like floral decorated.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of that in our kitchen. You'll see when you see my crock pot.
I can't wait.
I just floral crock pot.
Been thinking about it all day.
It even comes with like one of those little spoon holders that's also floral.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got the extras package on that bad boy, huh? Got the heated seats.
We upgraded.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. It's called loaded value.
Are you going to shame other people with lesser crock pots?
I already have, like, in my head. I've looked around and like, oh, was that a plain black crock pot? Cool.
Let's see if I can save some room for that one. It's a brutal game. You know, chili cook-offs, they look like they're fun and it's going to bring everyone together. We'll enjoy some chili. We'll see who's got the cooking skills. But at the end of the day, people are going to get hurt. That's what's going to happen.
We're gonna get her at a chili cook-off.
Yeah, it's brutal.
We had a chili cook-off back when you and I were both at Cumulus, when we both still worked there, and I got third in that one. So.
Good job.
So I mean, hey, I'm just saying, it's been battle tested.
Sure, there were only 3 in that competition.
No, there wasn't. You stopped. There was like maybe 4.
Yeah, right. Well,
I wasn't last.
And you're the floral crock pot?
Oh my God, no. That's. You get to take the top
one
off
with the flowers on it.
It's cool. Take that top.
I'm looking forward to it, buddy. I can't wait.
So we got Halloween coming up. Monday is actually Halloween, but we have a trunk or treat going down here at Toyota Field tomorrow from 5 to 7. At 7:15, we're going to put up a movie on the big board, Nightmare Before Christmas. Bring out the friends and the family. I'm coming, me and my wife and our son Oliver. He'll be here dressed up in his little fox outfit. Ricky, I think, is going as Joe Pesci from Home Alone. So, or did you change it up?
No, that's the plan. Yeah, I went and got some clothes yesterday. It's going to look pretty sweet.
Still rocking it with the Pesh?
Yep, I got the fake tooth. I got the bald cap. I got the cut up beanie right there. I'm just gonna walk around all night and like bang into stuff and then just walk away and go rash. So that's gonna be my gimmick on.
You gonna wear sticky gloves?
I'm going Home Alone 1.
Wet band.
I'm going wet band.
So I'm not soaked head to toe.
Yeah, no, I'm not blending them. I gotta have a sequel for next year. So
all right.
I gotta get my money's worth out of this. Gosh,
2 years in a row.
I dropped a whole $16 on it. I gotta get my money's worth.
So we're gonna have our fun here. I can't wait to see what everybody dresses up as. I know we're gonna get a lot of costumes that we see that you would expect to see. Before we get into, like, I know that there are always going to be some that stand out in a great way and some that stand out in a terrible way. But what do you think? Like, what are you expecting to see on Halloween? Social media, Facebook, Twitter, famous people posting their pictures here at Toyota Field. What are some of the most common Halloween costumes you're expected to see?
I'm expecting at pretty much any Halloween party you go to, there's going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 Jeffrey Dahmers. So be ready for that one. If that's your costume, you're doomed.
I forgot about the new Jeffrey Dahmer. Have you seen any of it
yet? No. I watched a couple episodes. My fiance watched the whole thing, but I didn't watch the show. But I'm very familiar with the whole thing. And
yeah, I've seen the memes and stuff, but that's kind of one that I want to stay away from. I'm good.
It's scary, but it's like it's a little too real. But it's going to be the popular one. Dahmer Mania is back. There's going to be 3 to 5 every party. You're going to be hosed. If it's going to be, it's the worst. Nothing worse than going to a party and someone's got the same costume as you. One year I did the Superman, but he's in his suit and just part of it was open with the S on the chest, wearing the glasses like Clark Kent. Like, there were 3 of me at everything I went to. That's lame.
Yeah.
When there's 3 of you, there's none of you.
I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on Dahmer Mania. So,
guy's got 2 shows on Netflix. How many you got?
None. I don't have any. He's had a lot of movies and stuff made about him for sure. It was funny when that came out. People retroactively that don't know anything about Jeffrey Dahmer getting upset, like at Juicy J of all people.
From 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah,
What did he do?
you remember the oh my gosh, what's it? He did a song with Katy Perry like 10 years ago. You remember that song?
What are we talking about?
I'm about to.
You remember that song from 10 years ago with Juicy J? Remember that?
You remember that song with
Probably
Katy
if I
Perry?
heard it.
Can't remember what it's called. I can hear it in my head, but he
Give
says
me a little ditty real quick, so I can kind of give me a little something.
a
Just so I
line
can,
he says
give me
in
just give me real quick. I'm having a hard time following the story if you don't give me like.
it.
What you got?
I don't have any.
What's it sound like? I mean, you gotta have an
I
idea.
can't think of the chorus. I'm trying to think of the chorus.
Yeah.
But
Just-
all I can think about is the one lyric from Juicy J in that song.
Okay.
And it's "Eat Your Heart Out," Jeffrey Dahmer. And people will be like, "Oh, have you heard this? Juicy J, he's talking about Jeffrey Dahmer." Like they didn't know that Jeffrey Dahmer ate people. And Juicy J like had some backlash for like a week. People getting mad about that song, which is very dumb.
That's 2022 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Rap lyric from 10 years ago about a guy who committed crimes with 30 years ago, 20 something years ago. Get you trouble present day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there's going to be 3 to 5 Dahmers at every party you're at. So if if that's your costume, go with something else. I don't know. Figure out something. He kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe put a pocket protector on the shirt, say your IT support. I don't know. I don't know how you salvage that one, but
the one that I immediately thought of, you're going to see a lot of for Halloween this year. Eddie Munson, Stranger Things.
that's going to be a popular
There'll
one.
be a lot of Eddie
they're going to be 7 to 12 Eddie Munsons at any
Definitely.
party you go to.
3 to 5 Dahmers, 7 to 12 Munsons, easy double. You can hit easy double-digit Munsons at a party this year. Eddie Munson's going to be a really, really popular costume. Also, anything House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones stuff, it's very popular.
Yep.
Super, super blonde, almost white wigs. You're going to see a lot of that. If you see that, that's House of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Targaryen.
And considering my translucency on these
you might be a Targaryen.
podcasts, I'm a prime candidate to be in one of those
Right.
costumes, but I'm not a dragon guy. What'd you say you were doing again?
I don't have a costume this year. Not this year.
What is that? You became a dad.
I did. I became a dad.
Became a dad, and now you don't have a costume
Mhm.
anymore, huh?
Yeah.
That's lame. You got to get a costume, dude.
I'm sorry.
You can't quit on Halloween. I love Halloween.
I love Halloween too. It's not that I want to quit on it. It's just this week was we are no matter what. We're usually, even if we have our costume planned out, like we know what we're going to do, we're still last minute put it together people when it comes to Halloween. And this past week, when it was put it together time, our son was sick, so we were kind of preoccupied with that.
Huh.
So
I want to be an 85-year-old man on Halloween dressed up like a hot dog, with a sideways cap with a propeller on top. Like, that's my dream. So don't quit.
It'd be like one of those gas station hot dogs you got left in the heating lamp too long.
Oh, yeah. You'll see my skin, and then, you'll go that. That's not a good looking. I want you in the trash.
You'll see Hocus Pocus. You see a lot of that this year.
Why?
Hocus
Oh, is there a
2
new
just
one?
came out.
I know you like that movie. I never seen
The
it.
second one stunk. It was terrible. I
Well,
knew it was going to be terrible. Watched it anyway. It was terrible. It's awful.
Can't
My
make a
wife
sequel
went.
20 years later.
My wife went as Winifred Sanderson like 3 or 4 years ago.
I don't know who that is.
The main character, the main witch. She had the wig and all that, but she also made her own spell book, like with the little googly eye that follows you around. It's cool.
Oh. Cool.
Can't believe you've never seen Hocus Pocus,
No,
dude.
I don't know.
Haven't you guys played it here before?
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't mean I watch it. I work here, so
What a loser!
can't
dude.
really take part in the movie night.
Lame.
Can we talk about worst Halloween costumes for this year, though? Because I've got a list ready to go. I've got some visuals I'd like
we
to
got
show
pictures.
you. Yeah.
For Halloween.
So
What could be a
I got a whole top 5.
worst costume? I like to guess, and I doubt I'll be able to guess any of these. But like when you say worst, is it just like outdated? Like people still going as Tiger King?
There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of things
right.
going on. Can I go through my top 5?
Let's do it.
It's interesting you brought up Tiger King, because
Ooh.
Tiger King got a very long life in the Halloween costume world.
Oh, yeah.
You could have been Joe Exotic for like the last 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm. Carol Baskins.
All that stuff. Number 1 on the list, I'm going to show you right now, and you called it. It's Joe Exotic. You can't do it. You can't do it. As Lucas, social media manager, comes in here, I'm giving up top 5. Cannot do Halloween costumes for this year. I'm putting Joe Exotic on that list. It's dead. His Halloweens are done.
I can't believe I guessed that one, actually.
Can't do it. This is live. We're super live right now, yeah.
We're hardcore live.
We've been going for 15 minutes. Seconds. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'll clarify that next time. I'll keep going. Sorry.
I'd have been confused too, bro.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. My bad. But let me, not to get sidetracked, Joe Exotic out. Look at this. This is a shell of what Joe Exotic costumes used to be.
That's not even like a fake mustache.
That's a lady with she drew on a Fu Manchu. She's got a bulldog, and it doesn't even have. Well, we're getting there, but I just said there's going to be 3 to 5 Dahmers everywhere you go. Can't tell. I think he's going to get his Dahmer costume. I think he.
Is he going to
Jeffrey? Oh,
he
said
Jeffrey
no.
Dahmer?
Okay, sorry. So Joe Exotic, number 5 on the list. I'm sorry, Joe. Your time is done. You had a great run. He did.
I agree with that, man. 2-3 years ago, like that was one of those when even though everyone was going as Jeffrey Dahmer, or when everybody was going as Joe Exotic,
yeah,
it was still like you saw it and you were like, I get it. Like it's okay to have 10 exotics at the party because he was such a wacky dude. It's 2022. We're done. We're done with the Tiger King stuff.
We're done.
We're done. Out. Like they're supposed to be making movies and stuff. I don't care. I'm out. I didn't even watch the second season. I watched season 1.
That's right. I didn't either. Yeah, he had his time. Hit during the pandemic. It was big. Joe Exotic Halloween costume number 5 worst for me, which brings it to number 4. Something I saw a little earlier. I don't understand this costume. I don't know what would make anyone ever go like, I'm going to dress my kid up like this. And it is my number 4 choice, young hobo. What's a young hobo costume? That is a youth hobo. Look at him. He's got his little stick. He's got his little bandana with all his little pieces of candy in there.
Is that?
We've covered him in filth.
I was going to say, is that equipped with blackface? Is that?
No, that's filth, dude.
Okay, I can't. Like, there's legitimately a glare on the thing. I can't
no,
see.
It's not.
It over here. It looks like. Come over here. It looks like.
I'm not going to come over there. It's not going to change.
That's why I was trying to get close.
I'm going to slap you in the mouth.
The closer I get, it looks like chocolate.
Please stop talking.
Like
youth hobo. Horrible costume. First off, he's dressed like a hobo from the 1930s. What is it? He's wearing a zoot suit, covered in patches.
The patterns are all messed up.
I mean,
they don't mesh.
Well,
he's got a sewn-on pocket.
You got a little patch. You know, you usually a superhero. You can be so many things as a kid. Youth hobo, that's a miss. I don't like youth hobo right there. Youth 1930s hobo. Get it out. Number 4 on my list. Any replies to that one?
No, because Lucas just put the live out because he thought we were going on now instead of 15 minutes.
We're still figuring this thing out, folks. All right. We're still figuring this.
Difference between seconds and minutes is big, all right? Especially when you don't clarify.
Is that my bad if I said, hey, we're going live in 30?
Yeah.
I should have had the colon there.
Like, did you text him or something?
What?
Was it like a text?
Yeah, I texted him.
Yeah, if you'd said we're going live in 30, I would have thought minutes. Unless you had the...
Well, I feel like a fool. All right, I won't do that again.
It's all good, dude.
Sorry.
It's no big deal.
All right,
so Joe Exotic at 5, worst costumes, can't do it this year. Youth hobo.
4 youth hobo. Number 3, one I hadn't seen before until I checked it out online, and one that kind of hits close to home, being that we are the trash pandas. And this one is number 3. It is pandas on meth. Yeah, you can't dress up as a panda from the neck up under the influence of methamphetamine and then dress like a person who wears a sweater from the neck down. What is this photo I'm looking at?
I will tell you exactly what the one on the left looks like.
What is that?
It looks like you took the color out of the Clemson mascot.
Yeah. Clemson mascot has always looked methed up to a certain degree. This is the full Monty right here. You can't. I don't know if this is popular. This is a bad representation of pandas. And panda on meth. Look at how hard he's gripping this one panda's other arm. He might break a wrist over there.
Oh, he's terrified of letting the one on meth go.
Mouth is wide open. It looks like they got cotton mouth. I don't know what's going on.
No bamboo in sight.
Panda on meth, just like Joe Exotic. You had your time, maybe in the late 90s to early. Oh, pandas on meth were huge right around Y2K. But your time is over now. All right.
Sounds like a 90s Conan thing or something.
Panda on meth.
Panda on meth.
Panda on meth, waste a minute of your time. So yeah, panda on meth. I'm sorry, you're out. That's number 3 on my list.
Look at the eyes of this over here. Look at that. That's the Clemson mascot.
It's terrifying. Clemson's mascot and meth panda both tied at 3. Can't do it. Worst costume.
By the way, Trash Panda, Meth Panda, no relation. Zero.
No.
Not related.
Number 2 is an oldie, but a goodie, but no longer a goodie. All right. And I hate to do this, but I'm putting an expiration date on number 2, Sheet Ghost. Can't do Sheet Ghost anymore, dude.
Oh, man.
Now, back in the day, probably right around the era that Youth Hobo was designed from, right around 100 years ago or something, someone bust out a Sheet Ghost. You go, whoa, hey, was that a ghost? No, it's just me. It's your buddy Carl. I cut a couple holes in the sheet. Now I look like a ghost. Everyone goes, that guy's a big thinker. That Carl's a go-getter. He's going places. Sheet Ghost? How's he come up with this stuff? Nowadays, Sheet Ghost is lazy. All right, if you're going to do Sheet Ghost, you need a backstory. One year I did a Sheet Ghost, but I wore blue jeans and a nice button-up short sleeve shirt and a number 3 hat, and I was the ghost of Dale Earnhardt. All right, that has a story. Sheet Ghost with a history. Regular Sheet Ghost, you're no better than a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
I was going to say, it looks like generic Scooby-Doo Sheet Ghost.
Yeah, and I mean, when were those cartoons made? The 60s?
60s or 70s? 70s?
That was maybe the last decade for Sheet Ghost. So with all the different options right now, I hate to do it. Expiration date today, 10/28/22, Sheet Ghost, you're out.
50 years overdue. 50 years overdue. Sheet Ghost. Yeah, I agree. That's the take that we need here. People are divisive over a bunch of different things, and they're trying to Elon Musk just freed everybody on Twitter, and people. That's the big topic on Twitter today. Why aren't we talking about the expiration date of Sheet Ghost?
I agree.
Get rid of it. It's done. Have you ever? Well, you went as Ghost of Dale Earnhardt. That doesn't count. That's not Sheet Ghost. Have you ever been Sheet Ghost? Generic Sheet Ghost?
I was Sheet Ghost, but with clothes and accessories.
Yeah, but with the backstory. But have you been generic Sheet Ghost?
Plain Sheet Ghost?
Yeah.
No. Someone sees that and goes, well, I don't want to. Who's this guy?
Yeah. I mean, that's something you do.
At least if you're one of the 3 to 5 Dahmers at a party, or the 7 to 12. What was the character we were talking about?
Eddie Munson.
Yeah. Whether you're the 7 to 12 months instead of 3 to 5 Dahmers, at least you took time to put something together. Sheet Ghost? Sheet Ghost.
Done. There you go.
You're out, Sheet Ghost. All right, so
That's a strong 2. What's number 1?
Let's recap here, okay? 5, Joe Exotic. 4, Youth Hobo. 3, Paint on Meth. 2, Sheet Ghost. And number 1 on the list of worst Halloween costumes for 2022 is one that, quite honestly, it's just despicable. All right, it's despicable. To quote Jimbo Fisher, it's despicable. You can't do it. And, topical costumes are very popular around Halloween. Whatever's happening now, that's going to sway a lot of people. And I saw this one right here that just doesn't have an ounce of class to it. And I'll show you what it is.
So it's not Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's not. No, Dahmer's off the list. That's an honorable mention. Don't be him, because there's going to be so many of them. All right, don't do it. Number 1 on my list, Sexy Queen Elizabeth. You can't do it. You kidding me? This woman reigned over the kingdom for 70 plus years or something. Okay? You can't do it. There's no form of disrespect like dressing up as Sexy Queen Elizabeth.
Well, who's doing that?
Sexy Queen Elizabeth costume? But
who's doing that? Besides you.
Depending on the male to female ratio at whatever function you're going to on Halloween, there might be 27 to 33 Sexy Queen Elizabeths there.
I don't think that's true. Now, would Queen Elizabeth be a common costume? Sure. Sexy Queen Elizabeth?
I'm just saying. A lot of costumes have the ability to be transformed into sexy versions of that same costume.
That's true.
I didn't make this photo. I found this. Okay? The thought's out there. People are thinking about it.
I didn't make this.
I'm taking that off the screen.
Please do. Good.
I'm taking that off the screen.
Oh my gosh. So do we have to put a disclaimer up? You want to put that on the Facebook or Twitter? Get Luke. Should be like, hey, no Sexy Queen Elizabeth Toyota Field. We got class over here. Right?
None. Yeah, if that's all right. I don't know if the social media team's watching this. If we could put out a disclaimer, look, trunk or treat movie night tomorrow night, 5 to 7, 7:15 is the movie, 5 to 7 is the trick or treating. Come on out, have a great time. If you're dressed like Sexy Queen Elizabeth, we'll lock you in the bullpen until opening night, all right? Not going to happen. Don't do it.
Not this one, that bullpen. This is the show.
over there.
Or the bar, or like we have a lot of bullpens here now. So I don't.
You'll be eating dirt and old sunflower seed shells for 6 months. Don't do it. So there's my list, man. Top 5 worst Halloween costumes for this year.
Well, now I just want to know what the worst sexy costumes are.
Because that's got to be number one's Queen Elizabeth.
Number one's got to be Queen Elizabeth. There's been some worse ones out there, though, than that, right?
There's always bad ones. I mean, I've worked Halloween parties. We were in radio doing remotes and stuff like that. When I saw some dudes in some costumes, I mean, grown men with kids, like, and not even young kids, like maybe adult kids, wearing things that I have not forgotten. And you know who you are, sir, with the salt and pepper hair, wearing very little from the waist down. Okay. A lot of leather. It was weird. Fishnet. Guy was like 60.
I think I got one that can compete with Queen Elizabeth. Maybe. You ever seen anybody go as it's a sexy Shrek?
I'm intrigued. Isn't that just, is that Fiona?
No. Like okay. Shrek, but sexy.
I'm open to it. You got any?
No, I've seen it before. I mean, I don't want to type that in here, but
yeah, no. Once that goes into your search history, there's no coming back.
My algorithm's messed up.
You're put on a list that you don't ever have access to, and there's no delete button on that list.
Yeah,
you stay there for life. Are you Googling it now?
Yeah, but it's nothing crazy. It's just people dressed up as Shrek.
Hey, do yourself a favor. When you get out of here today, take your phone and throw it off a bridge.
Going to. Oh, yeah.
Crush it beforehand.
I'm going to put it in the bottom of somebody's chili.
Yeah, get that thing out of there.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
So sexy Shrek would be one. I saw a dude a minute ago. I wish I could take that back. Dressed up as sexy Buzz Lightyear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That would be the beyond part of Infinity.
What about our version of Queen Elizabeth, right? Because a lot of people were comparing when she passed away. Our version was Betty White. The American version was Betty White.
What?
Yeah, Betty White was our queen.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So sexy Betty White?
Sexy Betty White.
I think that's on the table.
I'm not opposed.
Little Golden Girls season 1. That's my preferred Betty White. That or Password 1982. No. I might even go back to the 60s. Maybe like what's that one show like?
Back to the 60s. You think Betty White ever win a sheet ghost?
What?
You think Betty White ever win a sheet ghost?
She invented it. She invented the sheet ghost.
You're probably right.
Yep. Sexy Betty White. Or as I just call it, Betty White.
So there you go. I would love to know what you guys are going as for Halloween, and I hope we've deterred you from being sexy Queen Elizabeth, Eddie Munson, or even Jeffrey Dahmer. Actually, I wouldn't mind the Eddie Munson ones. That was towards the middle of the year. You'll still see a lot of them, but that's fun and refreshing. Jeffrey Dahmer is kind of getting the overkill right now. I'm good.
Could have worded that better, but
what do you mean?
Overkill.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
Sorry, I didn't even.
It's all right. It happens sometimes.
I didn't think about it. So what's going on in the world of sports?
I don't know.
We got 30 minutes left. You want to talk about the world of sports?
There's sports going on?
We talked Halloween for 30 minutes.
I think there's like a World Series or something today.
That starts tonight. Yeah, those I saw the rosters were coming out for that today. So
probably going to see a lot of Halloween costumes in the crowd.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah.
Got me a lot of drunk, sexy Queen Elizabeth in the World Series. Over or under 2.5 sexy Queen Elizabeths holding a pint at the World Series game tonight?
I'm going to say under at the World Series, but Monday night is actually Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is on Monday night?
Who plays?
Monday Night Football, baby. I don't even know who plays yet, but I'm going to take the over on 2.5 sexy Queen Elizabeths.
2.5 sexy Queen Elizabeths at Monday Night Football.
Oh, I'll go over on that one for sure.
And you're going over for the World Series today?
Under for the World Series.
Under 2.5 World Series, over 2.5 Monday Night Football. Interesting.
See, Monday night's going to be Bengals Browns at the Browns. Oh, dude, in Cleveland fans have been doing all kinds of distasteful Deshaun Watson stuff. They'll definitely dress up as sexy Queen Elizabeth.
They don't care at all. Yeah.
You could put the over under at 5.5. I take the over.
5.5 over at least 6 sexy Queen Elizabeths. Could happen.
I'll take it.
Could happen.
And at least 2 sexy Betty Whites.
I'm going over on the World Series. Wait, they playing in Philly or Houston?
For game 1
Game 1
tonight?
Yeah.
I believe it's in
I think it's Houston.
Houston.
Right?
Houston's got home field, so they're playing in Houston.
If it were Philly, I'd go over.
But not in Houston. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw, I mean, they ate
guys are animals.
poop off the streets when they won a Super Bowl.
They're crazy. A couple people go dressed like that. They don't even know. They're not even trying to be sexy Queen Elizabeth. Just like
they didn't even know it's Halloween. They just.
Yeah. Wait. What?
I love your costume. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sports are cool.
Got the Astros and the Phillies tonight. Man, it feels so much like a lot like last year with the Braves. Same opponent the Braves played. Around the same win-loss for the Phillies as they had last year. The Braves did win their division, and the Phillies were a wild card team. They were the 3rd out of 3 teams in the division to get into the playoffs. But, I mean, the NL East against the Astros in the World Series here lately, I mean, it's been the NL East. So I'm taking Philly to win the World Series.
Philly in 5.
It's so common to say 6, but I feel Philly in 6.
We're going Philly in 5. They're going to win game 1. They're going to lose game 2, and they're going to sweep the rest.
Ooh.
Win game 1, lose game 2, win 3, 4, 5.
So win it in Philly. If I'm trying to remember correctly,
is it 2-3-2?
It was in the NLCS. I believe that's how it is in the World Series.
I feel even better about
it. In 2019, when the Nationals beat the Astros, I believe no team won a home game, right? I think all the wins were on the road. And then, so Washington would have won in Houston. The Braves in 6 games last year, they won in Atlanta, didn't they? Or would it have been Houston? They won in Houston because it was game 6. Jorge Soler knocked it over the.
I don't know. I remember watching a game at a Halloween party, and
yeah, they won it in Houston. So the NL East loves to win the World Series in Houston, apparently. So
Phillies in 5.
Let's go. Let's see how that works.
Bryce Harper, World Series MVP.
So dude, absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
And again, what a great story for Bryce Harper that's going to be because, and myself included, people have been able to. He's been such an easy target since he left Washington. He leaves Washington the next season. Washington wins the World Series. Philly can't make it to the playoffs. Bryce had never been out of the first round of the playoffs, and then now they're in the World Series, and it's in large part because of him. So it's a great story for Bryce Harper.
It's how players like him are measured, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Throughout their whole career, at the end of the career, and for years afterwards. So I almost kind of hate that he gets it, but I think he's going to.
It softens the blood the Braves got it last year.
It does.
There's no jealousy there. So
maybe a little bit.
I'm good. I'm still riding the high from last year, so I'm good.
Not me.
The Braves got eliminated, and I was a little upset, but I'm like, you know what? They won it last year. It's cool. I'm good.
I guess.
See, if you're the Mets, you feel differently because they haven't won one since the 80s.
Oh, if you're the Mets, it's brutal.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, I was just thinking about how poor the Mets ended the season. That did make me feel a lot better because I've barely been able to watch the Phillies after they lost to Atlanta. It just hurt. But then you think about it, the Mets were in control of baseball for like 5 months. You know,
they were in control of that division until the end. Like,
so it's not that bad. Did you see Thursday Night Football last night?
Yeah.
Who's had a rougher 24 hours than Tom Brady?
I was going to say Tom Brady played on Thursday night, lost the Thursday Night Football game, and is still like the biggest story in sports for non-football related stuff because he and Giselle announced their divorce today, that they're getting divorced. And my narrative coming into that before they officially announced it today was that like who loves football more than Tom Brady because he's given up a supermodel wife. That's worth like almost $200 million more than Tom Brady is worth. Like for football to keep playing in his mid 40s, like who loves football more? And then the way he announced that he is retiring just kind of shored that up for me. Like it kind of hammered home that nobody loves football more than Tom Brady because he even announced his divorce like he was a recruit decommitting from like Michigan or something. He put it out. He had the emojis. And the only thing that was missing.
He put emojis into his divorce announcement?
Yeah, at the end, he's got the prayer hands. The prayer hands at the end.
Good Lord.
It's amazing. The only thing missing is it being typed up in an iPhone Notes and then the screenshot and the battery almost being
Nah,
dead.
Tommy's a brand. He ain't doing no. He's not notes apping anything.
But he did. He put
He's
it
got his
out
own
there.
letterhead.
He said, in recent days, my wife and I finalized our divorce from one another after 13 years of marriage. We arrived at this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. We are blessed with beautiful and wonderful children who will continue to be the center of our world in every way. We will continue to work together as parents to always ensure that they receive the love and attention they deserve. We arrived at this decision to end our marriage after much consideration. Doing so is, of course, painful and difficult, like it is for many people who go through the same thing every day around the world. However, we wish only the best for each other as we pursue whatever new chapters in our lives that are yet to be written. And we kindly ask for privacy and respect as we navigate what is to come in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you. Pray your hands. Respect our decision. It's a recruit. He sounds like a recruit that just decommitted. Nobody loves football more than Tom Brady.
I think recruits take their post a little too seriously when they announce where they're going to school. I'm actually flip-flopping that one. I think Tom, this is a very serious issue, divorce. They got kids, all that. Why should a guy announcing that he's going to, UT Martin, a team, which is always a school we reference when we use examples, by the way, for some reason. Why do I got to go on there and type 3 paragraphs about enrolling at UT Martin, Maybe we're getting a little nuts with the announcements. Everything's a press conference. But then again, that's kind of transferred into everybody now. Like, if you get a job over at the Kinko's, you got to write up 3 paragraphs going like, I just like go ahead and let everyone know I've been hired part-time, weekend help at Kinko's. Really looking forward to the opportunity. I wish you just respect my privacy in this moment as I, learn how to use copy machines at the highest ability. So thank you for your time, and please leave all tidings in the comments. I mean, that's everything now.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why he had to make the divorce announcement.
Well, everyone else is talking about it, so
I guess.
I think if I'm a Bucks fan and I see that and I go, let's go. Now he's all right.
Hey, he's going to turn it on.
It's gone.
It's over with.
That was a rough 24 hours. You lose to the Baltimore Ravens Thursday night. And then Friday morning, you're filing divorce papers. Probably not a great. I imagine Tom Brady was not in a swell mood this morning. That's brutal, man. But he's going to play for like 10 more years. I think he's going to play with the San Francisco 49ers next year, and I think he's going to win a Super Bowl.
He's going somewhere else, and that's Super Bowl ready. There's no, with the defense built with some weapons there.
Niners.
He's going somewhere. Tom Brady, I don't think finishes his career as a Buck, but he does finish his career competing for another Super Bowl. The Niners would be phenomenal. I know how much you love Kyle Shanahan. You were just the biggest Kyle Shanahan stan there is around here. You love him. Love him so much. Tom Brady and Deebo Samuel would be just nuts. And Christian McCaffrey.
They got all the speed. They got all the weapons. They don't need Tom to do anything but just give him the ball. Doesn't have to throw it deep. Doesn't have to do whatever.
And they've kind of gotten away from that in Tampa. Like, you can look at all the people they brought in to try to help out the offense and this mix and match and blame it on that. No chemistry. But I mean, the defense kind of collapsed on them yesterday too. The Ravens, my wife even pointed that out. She was like, wow, the Tampa defense kind of fell asleep, didn't they? They had Baltimore at 3 points 5 minutes ago. And next thing you know, they've scored 34 points. So
yeah, Shaq Barrett too tore his Achilles last night, so he's out for the year. The Bucks they're full. I mean, they got Julio Jones out there playing like the 4th receiver. He doesn't do anything, and the O line's kind of beat up. They played good early on, but couldn't hold it in that game. Tom Brady's going to be out of Tampa Bay. He's retired now. If he doesn't at least play a couple more years, it's like, what was even the point of ruining your whole marriage and stuff? So I expect him to play for a while, and he's already said, I'm not retiring anytime soon. So I hope we see him play until he's like 50-something.
I do too. And he's the one that's going to do it.
There.
He's the only one that's going to be able to do it.
I want it.
He's pulled the Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street a million times. Like, I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. He's not leaving. I mean, could you?
The show goes on.
Could you imagine getting your wife filing for divorce because you won't retire at the age of 45? That's wild.
It's nuts.
Like, how can you be so selfish? Retire now at 45 like everyone else. I don't think.
Excuse me? That's not how that. All right, whatever.
What?
But I mean,
if you work till you're 46, I swear I'm out. I can't do it.
Well,
And if you push me, I'll go back to supermodeling and I'll make a lot of money that I may have to give you some of whenever we get to
right. We're all pretending that like Tom going back to football is what started all of this, and that like she's like, well, now that you're there, we're getting a divorce. What about when Tom retired and then was like, you know what? I've had 2 weeks of being at home with you. I'm going back to football. Maybe it started there.
I don't think he ever wanted to
Maybe
retire.
it started there.
I don't think he ever wanted to. He tried, and then Adam Schefter screwed the whole thing up by posting about it on Twitter. He ruined the retirement of the most successful football player in the history of sports. He didn't give him that moment. And as a result, Tom Brady came back to football to prove Adam Schefter wrong and ruin his entire personal life. So, mission accomplished.
In the middle of all this, though, you have been right. The Bucs do stink this year, and you said they would.
I told you. They were projected at 11.5 wins.
They're 3-5 right now through 8 weeks or 8 games.
Yeah, I don't even think I think that just lost because they wouldn't then go 11. I guess they can go 12-5 now with the 17 game schedule. So all they have to do is just win every single game for the rest of the year, and they'll reach that prop.
Did you take any?
I didn't take any action on that one. Those bets aren't fun for me because like you make it and then you got to wait like a quarter of a year or like half it. You got to wait even longer. Like you got to wait till like January or something. So.
Well, you might just have to wait till next week.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. But yeah, the Bucs are done. I mean, they're not going to win a Super Bowl, and if you got Tom Brady, he's not getting divorced to go 3-5.
Yeah,
he's going to go to San Fran. And,
you mentioned that they lost Shaq Barrett last night. The Ravens had Mark Andrews go down last night too, the tight end out of Oklahoma, and had a guy step up in a big way. Isaiah Likely from Coastal Carolina had a big night last night, and now his jersey is a meme again.
I was going to say
Coastal Carolina. It was a meme. It was his number was 4, and people would post stuff like, "How many blah 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 are you going to have this weekend?" It's likely 4. Now it's likely 80. So, but Isaiah Likely, big night last night,
getting the ball from Lamar Jackson, who was also a meme for a little while when he had that guy on his team with the last name of Samuel, and he had a L. Jackson on the back of his Louisville jersey. No stranger to being a jersey meme himself. So I could see a lot of chemistry there.
Speaking of Lamar, did you see him hold up the sign last night?
Oh, pay that man?
Yeah, the pay or whatever it was.
Pay that man. I mean, it probably wasn't a great idea to make your mom your agent. That might have made deals slow down a little bit, but I get what he's doing.
Yeah, he grabbed the sign out of the crowd, says Ravens, pay him now.
Yeah. They probably should.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, though.
Dude's pretty good.
I don't know. He goes out next week and tears an Achilles.
Yeah, he won't get paid then.
Who knows if you ever get to Lamar Jackson, we know, ever again. So it's a risky venture, man.
Yeah, there probably is no incentive for Baltimore to pay him during the season. Like, wait to see how the season shakes out and then talk about it again, because you're exactly right. What happens, he signs that fully guaranteed contract that everybody wants now, and he's done for a year, and you never get that Lamar back. That's just something they're not interested in.
And you're always going to be worried about that with a guy who runs and moves as much as he does. So they probably should have just done it a year in advance and tried to lock him down for as long as they could during his prime years. Now they're pushing another year to the side. Who knows what happens? But
another real loser last night in Thursday Night Football was Russell Wilson for no reason. Russell Wilson lost again last night. He got made fun of by the whole Baltimore team. They won. They get on a plane to go home, where they just beat the Bucs and going back to Baltimore, and took time out of their day. Justin Tucker, greatest kicker ever, took time to make fun of Russell Wilson, which
and I've got the video right here.
Oh,
I can
go.
show it. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh, no,
Justin Tucker, when did you get so sexy?
How did that get up there? Oh my gosh!
Oh, you got Ricky's background up here.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm sorry. Turns out I don't have the video. My bad. I still got that picture of sexy Queen Elizabeth up there. I'm sorry. That's wow. Oh, sorry. Go on. Sorry.
They made fun of on the plane last night. Justin Tucker and company made fun of Russell Wilson for his whole high stepping, doing high knees on the plane. And then another one of the players, I don't remember who it was, but he was like, Mr. Unlimited and all that. Russell Wilson is a joke, not only to us, but to other players in the NFL.
Not just other players, kickers. You get clowned on by kickers. That's
stop.
Tough. Tucker doesn't.
Justin Tucker, you stop that right now. Justin Tucker is not just a kicker. Justin Tucker's a football player. Justin Tucker is probably, I will argue, until Anybody can actually. I'm not going to look up any other kicker stats. Greatest kicker of all time.
Yeah.
Justin
Rod the
Tucker.
Bod Blankenship goes out there with his Rec Spec goggles, and says, hey, and makes fun of you. Then you're getting made fun of by a kicker. Justin Tucker, though, that dude wins games.
Yeah.
He's got some swagger about him. He's got like celebrations ready to go when he makes kicks. He's like holsters. There's like I think a plume of smoke comes up like he's got those smoke pellets Batman had. Oh, whoa. Where'd he pull that one out from? Well, he made it from 58. We'll get
Dude, how great would it be to have a confetti cannon on tap when you knock that? You hit a kick, and as it's going through, you turn around.
He should do that on the sideline. He should just run straight to him. Litter a section with confetti right afterwards.
That'd be awesome
for all road games.
Well, you're right. If Rodrigo Hot Rod goes out there and makes fun, you're getting made fun of by a kicker. My favorite picture. Where is he now? He's in like Arizona.
I don't think he's even a kicker anymore in the NFL.
I think I saw him the other day.
Get rid of him. I'll do a quick Google.
Somebody used him the other day. I'm pretty sure, but he was in Indianapolis. But it was last year. They were like, we live in a world where these two are considered athletes in the same sport, and it was a picture of Hot Rod and DK
Metcalf. That's right. Both are two professional athletes.
Insane.
He is with Arizona. You're right.
Okay. It was Arizona that he had
the bod there. So Mr. Goggles.
Mr. Goggles. Is that what people are going with?
That guy can't get you right there. You can't have goggles.
You can't let.
No.
So Russell Wilson's still the laughing stock of the NFL.
Tough.
Brutal.
Tough.
And then
Can we get a couple danger witches on Monday, man? Is it just me, or you ate up with the curiosity of wanting to know what this thing tastes like? I don't even know what's on it.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of want one.
I want so bad.
I want a danger witch. But I don't want to give in. I don't want them to have the satisfaction that it worked. Because the only way you're getting a danger witch is if you've seen those commercials. There's no way you just walk into Subway and you're like, oh, danger. What's a danger witch? I want a danger witch.
What's something dangerous we can do? Like start a fire and eat a sandwich. That'd be fun.
I feel like it would have to. Dangerous to Russell Wilson isn't like what we would see as dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like jumping off his desk on the floor. Like, ooh, parkour. Ooh, whoa. I ran up the stairs with my shoes untied. Whoa.
Using scissors quickly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Let's think of
standing
something.
too close to an open flame, like a candle.
Swimming after eating a danger witch. Let's eat a danger witch and then immediately go swimming.
Go swimming.
Yeah. Danger.
That's dangerous. That's Russell Wilson dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
Science tells me I'm supposed to wait 30 minutes. You know how many I'm actually going to wait? Pow. 0.
I'm going to eat it in the pool, actually.
Danger witch.
That's the one.
I'm going to take the last bite after I jump off the high dive and hit a sweet old can opener. Bow!
No,
danger. I need a danger witch.
Cannonball is dangerous to Russell Wilson. No, you can't do the can opener or any of the other stuff.
Bust open a jackknife. Bow!
No, that's too dangerous.
Throw me that danger witch because I don't play by everyone else's rules.
Oh,
don't look it up either because I don't want to know what's on it.
Oh, I'm not. I won't. I refuse to do that. I will not do that.
Actually, I got a picture of what a danger witch looks like right here.
You want to guess what's on it?
Yeah, I bet there's probably like peppers or something. Oh my god!
Oh no!
What?
Oh,
are you kidding me?
How'd that get on there?
Oh my gosh! I think I got a computer virus. Oh no!
Such a good-looking computer
Oh
virus.
my god! The mouse is jammed up. I can't even close it. Oh man, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed like a guy who dressed up like Jeffrey Dahmer at a party where there's other Jeffrey Dahmers there too. Golly.
Am I the only one that also thinks like, again, you've seen a couple episodes. I've only seen him on the memes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Dahmer's getting too close to Napoleon Dynamite for me. I know that sounds weird, but when I see him at first, I'm like, God, it's very Napoleon Dynamite-ish.
There's a very thin line that separates you from class president to serial killer. You know, one wrong talent show, you're out of here.
They did both do the dance, too.
If the people don't vote for Pedro, what happens? Thank God.
He'll probably, his running mate is going to eat you. His campaign manager is going to take a bite out of your flesh.
It's a blessing we didn't have to find that out.
Amen. So before we go, we got a college football weekend going down tomorrow as well. Are there any games as I scroll through where you literally cannot see what's happening right here? But
yeah, I can.
Are there any upsets you predicting this weekend? Ohio State at 11 a.m. going to Penn State. Happy Valley.
No, Ohio State's going to win. Keep going down a little bit. Let's see. Florida, Georgia.
TCU still undefeated. Hey,
you think West Virginia get in there?
In West Virginia?
Could be.
We're going to hang it there. Okay.
What else? What else we got going here?
Notre Dame. Syracuse a favorite over Notre Dame. Okay. Florida, Georgia.
Kansas State over Oklahoma State.
Mm.
Kansas State at home against Oklahoma State. Kansas State. Them boys, they're playing some football.
They're pretty good. They finally lost a
seventh-year senior
game.
Adrian Martinez leading the squad.
They finally lost a Big 12 game last week to TCU. They lost to Tulane earlier in the year. They'd still be ranked pretty high. But very good football team right now. Adrian Martinez, when he gets going he fits that system so stinking well that we've seen guys like Colin Klein run, and he does it so well. Colin Klein's our offensive coordinator now, too. They let you know that over and over again during every game you watch if you watch Kansas State football. But I like that pick. Oklahoma State, they're 6-1. They just had their first loss a few weeks ago, I believe, to TCU also, right? TCU that beat Oklahoma State?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was. TCU's got a lot of good wins.
I haven't purposely watched an Oklahoma State football game. I don't think ever.
I watched them play Texas last week. I mean, they're typical Oklahoma State. They're gonna get to 10-2 and get to a nice bowl game, and they're going to be ranked in the top 10, but they're not going to go to a playoff.
They are the least dangerous top 10 football team every year. Oklahoma State is always in the single digits ranking, and nobody talks about them.
Because they're the same every year. They're going to go 10-2 and get to a Big 12 championship game, lose it, and just miss out on a playoff like they do every last year. They were a play away from playing in the playoff last year. Instead, they lost to Baylor in the Big 12 championship game by a yard. It happens every year. That's what they are.
They put together no marquee wins.
They're a great top 10 team for any other conference in the country because they can look and go, oh, look at the Big 12. They got a top 10 Oklahoma State team that nobody's scared of. Good for them.
Not one person is worried about them making a run for the championship.
No. But TCU going to them, they got some pretty good wins. Oklahoma, who's not ranked anymore, they smacked them. They won at ranked Kansas. They beat number 8 Oklahoma State, and then turned around and beat Kansas State, who's ranked number 17. 4 ranked wins in a row for TCU, who finally gets a break going to West Virginia, a team that's 3-4 right now. TCU is pretty darn good.
Hacksaw Max Duggan, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's a player. A lot of experience on that team. Horny toads. They spit blood out of their eyes.
They do. It's a defense mechanism. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other ones on here? K-State going to beat Oklahoma State. K-State's actually a favorite in that game.
UCF over Cincinnati.
Okay. UCF's actually a favorite in that game too, by a point.
I'm picking them pretty good.
South Carolina a favorite over Missouri. Tennessee, Kentucky.
No, Tennessee's going to win.
How big, though? Do you think they cover? They're a 12-point favorite.
Yeah.
I don't think they cover. I think it's going to be a good close game like it was last year. It was a shootout last year. I think that's going to be a very good football game. Tennessee, I think, wins by 10 late.
It's at Tennessee, man. Those Vols fans are experiencing highs that these kids in school have maybe never felt as Tennessee fans.
Tennessee's looking ahead to Georgia next week.
Oh, you think they sleepwalk through this?
I think they do.
I don't think so, man. I think this is a team that is full of people that are feeling the most success, the highest level of success they've ever felt in the college football world. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to sleepwalk through any game because I think every game is being taken very seriously because it's not like what every game has been like for them in the past.
Well, unfortunately for them, I think these next 2 weeks are going to be rough. I think this game's closer than a lot of Tennessee fans think it's going to be, so they're going to be a little upset when they only win by a touchdown or so. And then they're going to get beat by Georgia next week. Georgia's winning that game. As much I want Tennessee to have success. I love Josh Heupel, the last Oklahoma quarterback to win a championship. Love Josh Heupel.
13-2.
But he also finished second in the Heisman. He was very good. But
thanks for clearing that one up.
Well, you were throwing it out there like, they didn't do anything in the championship.
13-2. No, I was reciting the score. That was a moment of pride. Boomer.
They're losing to Georgia next week. Sorry.
No, they're not.
Tennessee's going to go into Georgia and beat Georgia next week?
Yep.
Ooh, I'd love to see it. I'm pulling for them to do that, by the way. Texas A&M hosting Ole Miss. 3-4 Aggies. Ole Miss is only a 1.5-point favorite on
What
the
kind
road.
of weed we got in the locker room pregame for A&M?
Blueberry yum yum.
I think that's an indica strand. They're going to be tired. No.
Okay. OG Kush?
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Some of that Snickle Fritz.
A little bit of that sour diesel. Some of that super lemon surprise. I don't know. All these crazy names you hear.
Snickle Fritz.
Oh, that's an ag school. They ain't got no Snickle Fritz. They got to know better than that. They know the inner workings of how biology works.
Oh, right. All right. We're going to wrap this one up. Go ahead and call it a day. We hope you guys enjoy your Friday. For anybody that's starting to look for this coming around 2 o'clock to see that when we're going live, we actually went live at 1 today because we have a chili cook-off going down. I've got to go downstairs, get my chili. I'm going to take the elevator so I don't spill it on the stairs because I definitely would. And we're going to have ourselves a Friday. Go home and enjoy your weekend. It's a holiday weekend. It's Halloween weekend is what I meant to say, but I guess it's a holiday. Not many people get Halloween off, but
great point.
It's a holiday weekend where you don't get to – you still have to go to work on Monday.
Yep.
But people are going to celebrate the holiday this weekend. So enjoy that. Enjoy the celebration. Come celebrate with us.
Oh, hey, if you go to work on Monday and you know a guy who wears glasses and like he's kind of dressed like that, be like, oh, hey, Dahmer,
it's
right?
Dahmer.
And he'll be like, what are you talking about? It's just me, Ted. And you go, oh, and then walk away to see what happens.
So over under in the office on Monday. Over under 1.5 sexy Queen Elizabeth.
Ooh, over. Already got it. You got to pick it up from the dry cleaners. Ready to go. I got a meeting that day, too. It's going to be weird.
Oh, yeah. They're probably going to sexy Betty White. So the tension and cut it with a knife.
I got a couple Zantacs I got to pop before this chili cook-off, dude. Maybe we should get out of here.
Me too. I did find a picture of the crock pot that I was going to show you, though, if you want to pull that up real quick before we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Was that the one you sent me through email a second ago?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the that one right there.
Okay, here we go. Oh, come on, man! Oh, last time I buy from Dell, I tell you that. Golly, jeez.
All right, that's gonna do it for the bullpen, guys. We'll see you on Monday. We'll be back at our normal time at 2 o'clock. Until then, I'm Tony Mack. That's Tricky Ricky. Enjoy your Halloween weekend. Be safe. Hopefully, we'll see you here at the Trunk or Treat, 5 to 7 at the field, 7:15 a movie. And if so, we're going to have a good time. Ricky's going to be Joe Pesci.
I thought we were going to end it with something there. Like, and if so, then you're going to have a good time.
All right, I'm going to go eat some chili. We'll see you guys on Monday.
All right. One more time, though, right?
What?
You know what?
Oh!
Yeah! Let's get out of here. I'm ending it. No, I really don't know how to get rid of this now. I'm not kidding. The button went away.
Live all weekend. You're just gonna
I don't know what